for something in this fortnight in Australia and New Zealand that can really kick-start their seasons. For Peter Wright, it's obvious why he needs to do it. Gerwyn Price just wants to get that title-winning feeling back on a regular basis.
It's Gerwyn Price to kick things off, and you could just glancing over at the tournament stats. There's not a great deal in it in all departments. The doubles percentage is similar, the average is slightly better for Peter. The first 9, it indicates it should be a close tie. But you rightly said, Dan, Peter Wright not being at his best, but if you're winning games, you're remaining in the tournament, you're getting more stage time, and with Peter Wright not being in a Final Four for the best part of 10 months, this is a welcome boost for the former 2-time world champion.
55.
Yeah, he's always kept his head up during what has been the biggest sort of trough in form of his career since becoming an established top-level player. But it's got to be demoralising for him.
It has, and he says the right things in the interviews, but sometimes you question, does he believe what he's saying? Is it just a brave face? But he'll carry on fighting, Peter Wright, and been impressed with his grit and determination over the last 24 hours, comfortably beating Whitlock and then rallying against Rob Cross from 4-3 down. Can he get himself in that final and take on the #1 seed, Luke Littler?
95.
And one of the interesting things he said, you've probably noticed already this weekend, he is asking the ref pretty regularly where his darts have landed and what the score is. It's because he's not playing in his specs, obviously. He's not playing in his contacts either. So he's genuinely throwing at fuzzy colours on the dartboard. He's not quite sure where the darts are landing, but he says he has freed up his arm and he feels like he's going through with the throwing action more how he used to do. It's a bit more... The pullback is a bit further. He's got a full extension of the arm. He feels like he's throwing the darts a little bit better, and it has been consistently good stuff so far this weekend. But this would be great for Price.
He's going to try and get another one in there. And he does. Nod of the head from Peter Wright. He thinks this is going.
108.
And a sarcastic thumb up from Gerwyn Price. This, though, is for the breaker throw for Peter Wright. And it is a breaker throw early in our second semi-final.
Single leg, Peter to throw first.
You saw from the reaction from Price there, he's annoyed with himself that he hasn't taken out 148. But they're the shots. One dart at a double, doesn't matter how many trebles he's hit to get there. He feels like he needs to be taking those out and taking them out more regularly than he has been doing this year. That's what's cost him more titles.
And he said in interviews a lot of times, he refers to it as bombing doubles. His doubles percentages for the year are pretty good, but I think he's more highlighting, like you said there, Dan, key doubles, key shots, and he feels that cost him, particularly in the Premier League. He finished 7th with an average of around about 99, and I feel like he didn't get the rewards maybe he deserved. He did win in Copenhagen. Maybe should have won in New York. Well, he should have won in New York. He led with a double break and was pegged back by Rob Cross. But he wants that winning feeling on a regular basis, Gerwyn Price.
He's averaging 98 in all competitions for the year. One title is a rather unfortunate return for that, you would suggest, because that's right up there with the best players.
17.
There's only Littler, Humphreys and Gary Anderson who are averaging more than that for the year.
Yeah, you offer those stats to Gerwyn Price in January, you think by August, where we are now, he's got more than one title.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah, you'd expect, whether it be European tours, ranking events. You play clever with a 98 average at a major, you can win it. So he'll definitely feel he's been shortchanged. But again, like Peter Wright, big visit there for Gerwyn Price. He makes the right noises. He feels he's getting back to form.
Treble 17 required, and he's got it. How about the bullseye for 2-0? Shots, Peter Wright. Signal for Gerwyn Price.
Big end to the year needed for these players. I think I'm right in saying neither player, Dan, is yet to qualify for the Grand Slam of darts.
True.
qualifiers.
421.
The Mark Webster route.
A great route.
435.
Case in point, though, we're talking about Gerwyn Price, about the doubles you miss or get at the right times. Gerwyn Price, one dart at a double to win the opening leg, couldn't get it at the end of a combination. Peter Wright did. And that's the difference between potentially 2-0 down and 2-0 up.
Small margins, isn't it? Peter Wright made a bright start. And that backs up your point there. He's just asking what that was in.
Yet some of them have been really obvious from us sat here looking where they are, and Peter Wright has got no clue. And it's not stopped Ryan Searle being a top-level player. He's got no idea where the darts are.
94. We do 155.
I used to wear my glasses all the time. That's when I went wrong. But I can actually relate to that. If you haven't... I don't know if you constantly having to ask the referee, I'd find it frustrating.
59.
But it's not doing any harm to Peter Wright's chances this weekend so far.
He can still do this, but he needed that treble 19.
60.
And it could be another one of those perfectly timed finishes from Peter Wright. 55 went in leg 1, 1-2-1 went in the last leg. Double 18 would see off the 96. It's plumbing the treble 20. Peter Wright asks if it is. That one's in, Peter. Don't even need to ask about that one.
Peter to throw first. Game.
Clinical from Peter Wright again. Averaging 98. 3 from 3 on the doubles. Crucially, a double breaker throw. And at this level of play, at this standard, they are hard to turn round. Gerwyn Price got a lot to ponder here.
Peter did make the semis of this last year. It's already going significantly better than that, because he got ironed out to 0 by Rob Cross 12 months ago. Admittedly, Cross did average close to 110 in that game.
96.
Price won't be panicking just yet if he can recover a break here straight away.
Yeah, and he's played well against Peter this year. He's beaten him the last 3 times, and he's averaged over 100 in every single one of them.
Peter's first points in the Premier League this year came against Gerwyn Price. There are some fond memories to clutch to when facing Gerwyn Price. He had a ridiculously high average in one of their other meetings and lost.
Yeah, 109.
Yeah.
83.
There has been some good parts, but we've talked about the consistency is key. Today's operating around about a 95, and you'd rather operate with that consistently, Dan, than have the peaks and drops of a 10 plus average and drop into sort of 90.
Oh, he's got to ask about that one. 75 left. Oh, he's hit another bullseye. And he's missed the big number there.
14.
An awful lot has gone wrong there. Treble 17. But he's got a chance to put it right.
Could be costly on that, Dan. Just about in the 3. This for 4-0 for Peter Wright. Has it proved? Just that little bit of lack of concentration preventing him from having 3 in hand at a double. And Price makes Peter Wright pay. Missed opportunities for 4-0 for Peter, now 3-1, and Peter, Gerwyn Price should say, recovers a break straight away.
Just hold his throw here. And it means that he's avoided catastrophe going into the break after 6 legs in the game. Because 4-0 down, he was staring catastrophe in the face.
54.
Stance there. Pretty solid from Gerwyn Price. He did see the leg lift up on the second dart, but it's a Very little movement from Peter Wright. Just a tiny little raise on the back leg.
140.
Yeah, good leg of darts this from Gerwyn Price. 97 left after 9. Wright needing a couple of trebles just to get to any kind of finish. He's got a couple.
140.
Big ask, he does leave a finish. Back-to-back legs incoming for Price to potentially 11 darter. Settle for the 12. And he does get a 12 darter. A game that was looking pretty dicey for Gerwyn Price. And Peter Wright had 2 darts, so 4-0 already now has a better outlook for Price. Even if he goes in at the break 4-2, he'd have settled for that after going a couple of breaks down.
Into the 6th leg of this, and it's about sort of now where you can start looking at the numbers and thinking, yeah, that's a decent reflection. They've played enough, and Peter Wright is going along that same mid-90s average he's been at pretty much all weekend.
Price has ramped it up here, 3-0 now. And he's going to get an opportunity to level up at 3 apiece. Peter Wright rattled through the opening 3 legs. Price looking to respond in kind.
Couldn't get another 51 to leave tops. But this has been a great response. Couple of darts missed for 4-0 by Peter Snakebite Wright. And had he hit either of those, maybe he could have battered Gerwyn Price into submission. The Iceman not having any of it. That is 3-3. Gerwyn Price lost the first 3 legs, won the next 3, and we have got a level game as these two battle it out for a spot in the final to face Luke Littler.
Semi-final 2 is halfway, and Peter Wright raced into a 3-leg lead, but then was pegged back by Gerwyn Price. We arrive at 3 apiece. These two looking to take their place in the final, where Luke Littler awaits. It was a real bright start from Peter Wright. Gerwyn Price, when he went off with a break there, kind of chuntering away to himself, saying rubbish, but it was a good response, particularly in those last couple of legs, 12 and 13 darts, to get us back at 3 apiece. And both players not a million miles down from their tournament averages. Gerwyn Price has raised a bit. The finishing has been good from both players. Price will be relieved. Well, he'll have been relieved to get it at 4-2 down after having his throw broken twice. To get in at 3-3 was a real bonus.
Yeah, I think you're right. And if he can just carry on doing what he was doing before that break, he could really take control of this game. Because as we said, Peter Wright has been good. He's been solid this weekend, which, to be honest, is an improvement, because we've seen him chuck in some of the worst darts we've ever seen from him over the last year and a half at times. But good and solid is often not enough against Gerwyn Price.
It's a real test for Peter Wright. Just obviously it's 3-all, it's on throw. In that respect, you're not too concerned, but when you've had darts to lead 4-0, you're kind of looking at this at glass half empty rather than half full. He's had a double break and surrendered the lead.
Does that bother you as a player? Look, ultimately, it's 3-all. You're going to keep telling yourself that, but it's got to be difficult not to be thinking, I should have been 4-0 up here.
No, it is hard to clear from your mind, and when you know you've had opportunities. If this had just been a regulation 3-all where it'd gone hold, Peter Wright be feeling okay. He'll still be feeling fairly okay, but he will be disappointed that there was opportunities, and he was careless as well. He missed a big 9, which meant he had to split the 11 when he should have just been having 3 at 8. Could have been all so different.
Well, that'll do for Gerwyn. Leaves himself 24, double 12, one of his favourite doubles on the board. There have been times over the last few months he's left it in preference to double top.
99.
For a 4th successive leg for Price, and then the first real roar from Price as he hits the front in this semi-final for the first time.
He's been largely subdued here in Wollongong this weekend. Just been little flashes of that Gerwyn Price trademark aggression.
140.
Chatted to him earlier, Gerwyn Price. There's all sorts of problems with adjusting out here with the sleep. Up and out for a walk quite early this morning. Doesn't seem to be affecting his play here this evening.
91.
After a slow start, got into his rhythm well.
And he's been very good on the World Series this year. Obviously the win in Copenhagen, the very narrow defeat in the final in New York, but he's consistently been winning games on the World Series this year.
The Copenhagen win was impressive solely because it was a quick turnaround from New York, and it had been quite fresh and raw. What happened in that final, so to turn it round in a week, he'd have been delighted Gerwyn Price, and he was not involved in the Poland Darts Masters, so it was a key victory. He would have wanted more to follow. He'd be happy with statistically where he's at. You need to turn that into wins and titles, and Gerwyn Price knows that better than anyone.
Feels important, this, just to stop Gerwyn Price taking a real grip of this game. 1 dart at the ball.
64.
Can't get it. And these are the sorts of checkouts that Price expects to take. They win you matches when you take them out on a regular basis.
97.
Pulled in low.
You require 25.
You said it feels important, this passage of play, and it really is. Peter Wright gets the 9 on this occasion. Didn't in leg 4. 4, stops the run and levels as a big leg that for Peter Wright.
95.
It couldn't have been much closer in the opening semi-final. This one could end up going the distance as well. That's the first 180 from Peter Wright in this game. Attacking the price throw, and that will not help the Welshman.
120.
Does well to fire in the second one. Just when you were getting slightly concerned for Peter Wright, the possibility he could have been 5-3 down. Gerwyn Price missing the tops on the 117 combination.
6.
Fires in his first max of this semi-final.
439.
Once again, Peter Wright checking the score. Can't find it in second max.
I'm not going to take the 147. Peter Wright took this out in the second leg of the match. With Price sat on a pretty straightforward 2-darter. Can he repeat the trick? No, he cannot.
Big 20 here.
81.
May be a case that Gerwyn Price only gets the 1 dart here. Oh, brilliant first one. 2 in hand. Pulls low again. But gets the double turn and the roars again. A little bit louder as we get to the business end of the second semi-final. Price is 2 legs away.
Just feels like we're slowly ratcheting up the levels of Gerwyn Priceness
105.
to get to the regular Iceman, the one we're used to seeing, the man who roared his way to 3 Grand Slam titles and a World Championship, won the World Series finals a couple of times.
180.
Second max for Peter Wright. And he's in a similar position when he faced Rob Cross. Knows he needs to find a break, and he did in the penultimate leg of that quarter-final. Just got a glimpse of the doubles percentages, both at 50%. So not a lot being given away. The only real errors, as I pointed out earlier, was Peter Wright in leg 4.
Superb stuff from Gerwyn Price. His second max levels up the tally. Leaves himself on a 2-darter. Peter Wright with a double chance shot here. Needs to find his way through to treble 20, and he's blocked a portion of it.
An
opportunity for Price. 1 dart for 6-4, and the opportunity to throw for a place in the final.
42.
Again, he's been pulling them low in recent visits. That one just above the top wire.
Double top for Peter Wright. Changes the angle a little. And finds double top for a level game once more. We said at the start of the game, we've been saying it for ages, Gerwyn Price. He feels the big difference is in not hitting those 1-dart at double at the end of combinations. It's happened repeatedly in this game, and yet you can't hit all of them, even though he seems to expect to hit all of them. Just 1 or 2 more would have made this game so much more easy for him.
Yeah, it's key doubles rather than lots of missed doubles that are costing Gerwyn Price, he feels. And so far,
21.
probably the evidence here, you'd back him up because the double percentage are good, 5 from 11. There's been obviously a double in the previous leg, a 117 combination that he marginally missed. He could be already in the final.
This is a sort of game that sums up Gerwyn Price's year. He's averaging 98. That's what he's doing all year. He's playing well, but he finds himself in these situations where he could still lose because he missed tops at the end of a 148, tops at the end of a 117, and tops at the end of an 82. And if just one of those had gone, this would be looking far less anxious for him.
This leg going to plan though. For Price. Good visit.
22.
And a healthy lead. Peter Wright, reminder, will have to find a break, and it's looking unlikely he's going to find it in this leg. Unless there's an absolute catastrophe on the doubles from Gerwyn Price.
Got time to work his way in, which he does expertly. Gerwyn Price, a leg away from meeting Luke Littler in the final.
Can Price avoid last leg drama? We had real drama in the first semi-final. A match start opportunity for Dimitri van den Berg, well, two of them. Very wild, but it was before Luke Littler had two himself, one in the previous leg and one on a 1-4-4 combination. Are we going to have similar drama here? Will we get a deciding leg? Peter Wright and his fans will hope so.
Can't argue with that for a start with a leg for Peter Wright. Back-to-back ton 40s. But a match from Gerwyn Price gets him right back in the hunt. Could use the bullseye. Went looking for another treble 20 and couldn't get it, but he is going to have a look at that 1-2-1 for a third time in the match. Taken it out once, failed to the second time.
95.
It doesn't matter if he doesn't take it out. He'd allow Price to look at the 1-4-6.
Price knows he felt he needed another treble. Not that he hasn't got the ability to take out a 1-4-6. You can see the anguish on Gerwyn Price when he couldn't find that two treble visit. But this would be some way to book his spot in the final. He's not going to go here. It looks like they're going to a deciding leg in the second semi-final.
To go the distance. Really solid from Peter Wright. And just like in our opening semi-final, it comes down to a one-leg shootout. Gerwyn Price with the advantage of throwing first.
55.
A little looking already here for Peter Wright. Yeah, more so now. What about this for timing? Settle for that.
Now is not the time for the trebles to desert you, Gerwyn. Peter Wright has pretty much stolen the darts here. He certainly has now.
Peter Wright, is it going to be the second consecutive semi-final where the player throwing second in that deciding leg is going to break at a crucial time to go to the final? Littler found a way in semi-final one. Wright has wrestled the darts away here. Oh, wow, though, that's offered encouragement for Gerwyn Price here.
What a dart. Oh, what a visit. He knows that's given himself a good look, but it is another one of those combination finishes where the max he'll get is one dart at a double.
Peter Wright can influence how much pressure he's under.
65. Going on 106.
There we are. Could you get any more levels? 6 apiece, 106 points. Both players away from the final. Nothing new to Gerwyn Price this. He'll just stay focused.
Brilliant dart. It is one dart at tops. Can he get it right this time? Yes, he can! When it really matters, Gerwyn Price delivers. Peter Wright is beaten in another thrilling semi-final, and Gerwyn Price is in another World Series final. Here in Wollongong, the title will go to either the Iceman Gerwyn Price or Luke the Nuke Littler.